What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you guys. And it's been a while since I've done a movie update or a horror movie Blu-ray update. It's been a while since I've actually done one of those on its own. I thought with October just passing and some cool stuff that have come out recently in November, that I would show you all my horror movie Blu-rays and 4Ks that I picked up. Random companies, Scream Factory, Synapse, Vinegar Syndrome, Arrow. Got some really cool stuff. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'm going to get started. The first thing I picked up, or the first thing that my buddy Lewis got me, is not a movie, but it's a horror movie related title, or item. And that is the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, the Funko Pop. One of my favorites now. Absolutely love it. I think it's awesome. I love when we get these like rare, characters getting a Funko Pop. Never thought the Creeper would get one. That is fantastic. My buddy Lewis picked that up for me last night at Walmart. Absolutely love that so much. So thank you, Lewis, for that. I really appreciate it. It's going to go next to my Reagan right up there. Got a new background, by the way. Got some new shelves. Got a lot of my horror movie related companies on these shelves back here. Really, really cool, and I'll probably make this my background, at least for most of my videos. So, especially the horror movie related videos. Going on to horror movie box sets that I picked up back in October. The first one I showed off in a video, maybe 2 or 3 videos back. That is the Amityville Cursed box set. So awesome. Love this set. It is fantastic. Watched all the movies. Overall, the transfers were really good. Definitely better than the older DVDs that were out there. I had those at one point. Nice transfers for what they were, but these are definitely better. Love this Blu-ray box set. Very cool. Very impressed with the, design of it. And it's a very, hard case box set. Very cool. You open it up and there's 4 cases inside. I'm not going to open this up. If you guys want to see a video where I do an unboxing, definitely check out, like I said, 2 or 3 videos back. Very cool video. Very happy with it. The next box that I got, and this is one that I'm not hearing a lot of people talk about as far as box sets and editions go, but I love it, and I'm a big fan of this series. I think it's a very underrated series, and that is the Omen collection from Scream Factory. Got this one back in October, I believe October 7th is when it came out. Love this set. Very cool that all of them come in individual cases with their original artworks. Fantastic there. Real quick, I'll show you what these look like. You got the first movie, which is the best, the classic. I love that film. Damien Omen 2, very underrated sequel. Looked really good on Blu-ray, by the way. All of these, so far from what I've seen, have looked good. I've only watched the first 2 on Blu-ray. The Omen 2, or not the Omen 2, Omen 3, the Final Conflict. My least favorite of the Omen franchise, but still decent. Haven't watched that one yet on that Blu-ray. Omen 4, The Awakening, the first time this has ever got a Blu-ray release. TV movie, but I remember really liking this when I was younger. Gonna rewatch that soon. And the Omen remake, which a lot of people don't like this one. I personally really enjoy it a lot. Saw this when it came out on the first day, which would have been June 6, 2006. So, very cool. But yeah, happy to own this box set. Very cool edition. Very happy to own it. And these box sets are going to go displayed right up there. So, very cool. Going on to some standard Blu-rays and then going into some Scream Factories. The first one, my buddy Pat from Facebook, and we've been talking for years. We did a trade recently. He picked this one up for me. Midsommar. Got that one. Saw this in theaters. Really enjoyed it. Very bizarre movie, but if you've seen Hereditary, the director's previous movie, that one's bizarre too. But out of the 2 movies, this one I actually prefer over Hereditary. I wasn't big on Hereditary as much, but Midsommar was good. Really enjoyed that movie. Looking forward to rewatching it. It's one of those movies that when you finish watching it, you really think about the film and, some of the stuff that, it's kind of hidden in there, like some of the meanings behind it. But yeah, really enjoyed Midsommar. Picked up another movie, totally forgot about it. Annabelle Comes Home, over there on the Blu-ray shelf, but love that movie too. I think I picked that one up around the same time. Love that film. Great third movie within the Annabelle films. Some other random pickups. This one I actually rebought. Not the best slasher movie in my opinion, but I still enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot more when I first saw it, but it is one I wanted to rewatch, being that winter is coming up. And that is Curtains. Still in the shrink wrap, $14 on Amazon. Wanted to pick it up before it, might go out of print, I'm not sure. But if it does, I still want to keep it or own it in the collection. This one I've yet to watch. I want to go back and rewatch the first 4 films. But that is the Critters Attack series, or not Critters Attack series, the Critters Attack. Got this at Best Buy on sale for $9.99. It's always been like $19.99, $14.99. Like Walmart had it for like $19.99 on Blu-ray, and I was gonna wait until it went down in price. $9.99 at Best Buy, couldn't beat that. Looking forward to watching it. This one was a rebuy. I had it on DVD. The Blu-ray was like $9.99. And it comes with the DVD, so it's a Blu-ray DVD combo of The Hole. I have not seen this in a long time. I remember thinking it was a lot of fun. Joe Dante did it. Big fan of his work, especially his earlier stuff. And this is kind of a fun throwback to a lot of his earlier movies, especially like Gremlins. I'd say it's probably in the lines of that. But The Hole, really enjoyed that when I last saw it. This one is a 90s, late 90s, no, I'm not saying late 90s, late 80s, early 90s, little gem of a movie. It's from a company called Dark Force Entertainment, and that is Mirror Mirror. If you've not seen this movie, must watch in my opinion. If you love a lot of, early 90s, late 90s, late 80s, not late 90s, late 80s, early 90s obscure horror movies, this is one to check out. Big fan of Mirror Mirror. Always have been. I remember having the old Anchor Bay box set. The transfer on this is one of the best transfers I've seen this year. They really cleaned this movie up from the old DVD that I had from Anchor Bay, which was okay. But this one you can, notice new things. They cleaned it up nicely. Colors were very, vivid and bright. Again, the transfer is just so much better than that previous DVD release. And if you're a fan of this movie, or if you love, 80s horror movies, or early, 90s horror movies, definitely check out Mirror Mirror. Going on to the Scream Factory titles that I've gone over the last month. This one I picked up at FYE. It's a steelbook, and it's one I wanted to rewatch, with Sid Haig's recent passing. I remember having a lot of fun with this movie, and that is Galaxy of Terror. Picked up the steelbook, very nice. Still in the shrink wrap. Gonna rewatch it soon, but Galaxy of Terror, very cool, and I like that artwork a lot. Then the other 2 Scream Factory titles. This came out 2 days before Halloween. Love this movie, one of my favorite remakes and 80s horror movies, and that is The Blob. That new awesome artwork there. And of course you get the original artwork as well. One of my favorite movies, one of my favorite horror movies. I absolutely love The Blob. I've still yet to watch the original. I own it on Criterion, but I've yet to put it on. This one I just keep going to. I love this movie. The soundtrack, the characters, the effects in this movie, just so awesome. And one of my favorite horror movies. And then the other horror movie that came out from Scream Factory is Road Games. Picked this one up. Fan of this movie. Not one of my favorite Jamie Lee Curtis movies, but definitely worth owning in my opinion. There's the new artwork there. And the original artwork there. So I've yet to watch this transfer and check out the bonus features, but I got this one back when it came out in early November. Going on to the Arrow titles, another one I rebought because I've been wanting to rewatch it. First time I saw it, I really liked it. And, you know, there's just times where you don't watch something for a long time and you're like, well, good watch the first time, not going to see it again. Definitely wanted to rewatch this movie, though, and it is one of my favorite, like, giallo or Italian horror movies. And that is Blood and Black Lace. I don't know why I got rid of this. This is just one of those things where I can't remember why I got rid of it. But glad to own it again. Blood and Black Lace, yeah, like I said, one of my favorite, you know, giallo films. Mario Bava. Another Arrow title, not Scream Factory, another Arrow title that just came out like early November. Did not know this was coming out until I saw it on Amazon, so I had to pick it up. One of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. I just remember watching this from the VHS tape that I rented at the video store, and that is Flowers in the Attic. So very cool. New Arrow edition that came out. I know there was a previous Blu-ray and some previous DVDs. This is the best transfer you're going to get of the movie, though. Absolutely happy to own this movie. One of, like I said, one of my favorite 90s movies. No, I would say 80s. What am I talking about? 80s movies. It's late, guys. I'm a little bit tired, and I'm tongue twisting. So, the last Arrow edition is a really cool, awesome collector's edition, and I'm glad I bought it. I wasn't going to, but I'm glad I did because it's fantastic. But most importantly, the transfer is so good. Glad to own it, and that is American Werewolf in London. Watch this one around October, or I think like the 1st of November. So good. Love the transfer of the movie. There's definitely a difference from the previous Universal Blu-ray I owned. And this one here, fantastic. And a really awesome edition. Again, like a lot of these, you know, collector's editions, you get the Blu-ray inside, you get a booklet, you get a poster. Fantastic. Glad to own that. Absolutely love that movie. It is my favorite werewolf movie of all time. Now, the last two things I'm going to talk about are 4K upgrades, and they're horror movies. Love these two movies, two of my favorite movies of all time. And if you're a big fan of these movies, and if you have a 4K player and TV, these are must-buys, in my opinion. Love them, and the transfers are outstanding. Both of them I just love. And I would probably say, if I did a top 10 4K, you know, video at the end of the year, these would definitely make that top 10. The first one is The Shining. This is the Best Buy exclusive steelbook that came out. Love the design of it. Love the colors. Very cool. The transfer is outstanding from the sound, but most importantly, the picture quality. Right when the movie opens with that opening credits, you can tell that they cleaned this movie up. They took their time. It looks amazing. A lot of the snowy settings, the ending of the movie, the moment where, you know, Jack puts that axe through the door. All those moments really stand out. Fantastic transfer. Very, very, very happy with this. Just awesome. And so if you can get your hands, if you can't get your hands on the Steelbook, if you can get your hands on the standard 4K release, definitely do so. This is definitely one I would say if, again, you have a 4K player and you have a 4K TV and you love this movie, it is worth owning in the collection. The presentation is the best this movie will probably ever look. I love this. Absolutely love it. And the Blu-ray looked good, but this, fantastic. The last one I'm going to talk about is probably slightly better than The Shining 4K, just because this is a, out of the two, more obscure movie. It is well known, but it's obscure out of the two films. And the transfer is so, I'm just going to say amazing. It's an amazing transfer. It sounds great. The picture quality, though, really stands out. I love it. Very detailed. And that is Dario Argento's Suspiria from Synapse. Wow. You know, there are moments in this movie that I've seen this movie over and over for the past 10 years, 11 years since I first saw the film. And I've never noticed things before until I watched this, and it's the little details. So cleaned up And if you want a perfect 4K to own in your collection, just, for, picture and sound quality alone, the Suspiria one is definitely one to own. Synapse released a really outstanding Blu-ray that I love. I own that Steelbook. That transfer is the best transfer you're going to get as far as a Blu-ray goes. And that is a, 4K scan, which looks really good. But this is a 4K itself. They went back, they cleaned it up. They, took their time with it like they always do. I love Synapse. And they made this one of the best 4Ks I own in my collection. Absolutely love it. The sound quality is great. Again, the picture quality, though, is where it's at here. Amazing picture quality. The colors are vibrant. Little details that you never noticed before you're going to notice with this. The sweat on, some of these characters' faces when, they're, meeting the terror in this movie. You can see it. Just the little details, in this movie you will notice. And this is definitely one of the best examples of a 4K to own in your collection. Absolutely love this. So anyway, guys, that is my update for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun talking about this. I had fun showing this stuff off. Sorry for the tongue twisters as always. I tend to do that, especially if I haven't made a video in like 2 or 3 weeks. I can't remember the last one I did. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm definitely going to be making more soon. I'll probably do a standard non-horror movie Blu-ray and 4K update within the next week or two, so look out for that, guys. And, I'll probably do another horror movie Blu-ray update when I get, a nice stack. So that'll probably be maybe within the next month or two. Not a lot's coming out now. I mean, there's some that I'm going to be picking up. February, My Bloody Valentine. They haven't released artwork for it yet, but April Fool's Day. Big Trouble in Little China. There's a lot of great Blu-rays coming out that I'm going to be picking up as far as like the horror movie related titles. So looking forward to those. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. In with the positive, out with the negative. And like always, go eat some Skittles. All right, guys. Bye.